Control a faction in war to win the planet Glidarian and rape its resource. The native inhabitants or your competitors will not let you win it without a fight. So get that trigger finger ready, you'll need it to flick your way to victory. The game here is set. Know that these domes would have been placed by players, and as you can see, they go over and under the battlefield map. Your goal is to remove all your target units from it. You'll start with 2 units of different types within range 3 of your HQ. In multiplayer games, you'll be the target of another player, and your target will not necessarily be the same player, but both are enemy, so keep that in mind. On the active player's turn, they'll choose between activation or take 2 command actions. An activation will have you choose 1 unit you own on the battlefield and flick it. Every flick you have can be a move or attack. You usually only have 1 flick, but circumstances will give you more as denoted on the unit's card. A move flick can be done as you wish and at any range, but for an attack flick on your enemy, you will need to check range to make sure it can be an attack flick. Range is listed here on the card. Know that hitting non-enemy units will not destroy them if hit, but hit an enemy unit and you'll cause a wreck. Kill the last of your enemy target's units on the battle mat and you'll win. Careful though, miss your flick and hit the enemy HQ and that unit will be destroyed. Or flick it off the battle mat and the person that has you as their target will place that unit anywhere within range 1 of the side you flicked off. Yes, even near their own units to kill you on their next turn, so be careful. So as your numbers dwindle or want more firepower, you'll take 2 command actions as an option. Here you can do 2 of the following actions and in any order, also copying the first action. You can make a move flick or deploy a unit. A unit's cost must be paid in gems as listed here to deploy it, and you place the unit within range 2 of your base. Gems don't replenish, so be careful how you use them, as once they're gone, they're gone. Units have different attack range and different abilities. Remove all your target's units from the map, and you'll win. Flick Wars melds dexterity and miniature combat into a big boxed game, which is pretty cool because of the big playmat it comes in, and multiple ways of putting the wood domes on it or under it, but it does make it really awkward to place the game anywhere on the shelf. The theme is alright, but you do forget real quickly that units aren't just wooden round discs. I thought a cool option would have been to make the infantry units rounds, the tanks squares, and the fighter planes triangular, just to have the units feel and behave a little differently when flicked. But that's just me. Artwork is alright too, but the graphic design and icon is very good. The game plays fairly easily and more importantly is over in about 30 minutes. It offers a lot of replay value as units have different types denoted by fighters, tanks, or pistol icons. The base game will have you start with the basic units, but advanced gameplay will have you choose 1 of each type and play with those. And between them and the factions, they do play very differently tactically. Like some, for example, bringing in debris and range towards them to give them a more defensive tactical option and gameplay. The HQ being on the map was a really nice touch as well. Now the game does accommodate from 1 to 6 players, but if playing with many, we do recommend the team variant. I do feel like units that have range 3 attacks are more advantageous than those that only have 1 or 2. But being a dexterity game, maybe you can use those for players who aren't that good in dexterity games. Flick Wars does what it does pretty well if you're into dexterity game. It scores a 7 out of 10.